Hello everyone, it's Slatter and welcome to another edition of GTA's ISO Mode. If you haven't already followed GTA Sports Network and GTA Heat Check on all social media platforms, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to GTA Sports on YouTube, and don't forget GTASportsNet.com for all things in the world of sports. Today we're talking about the Sacramento Kings, a team that nobody expected to make a splash last year in the playoffs, a team that took the Golden State Warriors, the reigning defending champions, to 7 games and almost was able to eliminate them in the first round of the Western Conference. Now, over 50 wins, Coach of the Year, Clutch Player of the Year, De'Aaron Fox, Coach of the Year, Mike Brown, first playoff appearance in 16 years. Damn. And they're running it back. Every player's coming back from this team next year. So, here's the challenge. You go from being the hunter to now becoming the hunted, because now the league is on notice. They know that you're good. So now we got to look at their roster and say, okay, what do we do now? What can be done to make this team rise to the occasion or fall under expectations? Because if we're looking at the roster, I see a few red flags. I see something that shows me that this team, if they don't fix these things in the front office, which I believe they will, it's gonna be a flash in the pan type situation, because teams like the Golden State Warriors are gonna rebuild, retool, get better, because they know how to win. They've already done it. They're champions, right? So I'm gonna break down the roster for you guys and break down the problem I have with this roster in just a moment. So let's really knock it off with Harrison Barnes being the veteran of the team at 31. I believe he's the oldest player on the roster. Right there behind him is Alex Len, who is 30. Then the drop-off goes Terrence Davis, Matthew Dellavedova. Dellavedova's the veteran at 32. Then Harrison Barnes, and then Alex Len. So forgive me for that. They got Chris Drought from Indiana, Kessler Edwards, Keon Ellis, De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Kobe Jones, Trey Lyles, Metu, Davion Mitchell, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Nolan Noel, Domantas Sabonis, and a few other players that didn't get to see really too much play time off the bench. So the red flag off the rip, if you didn't notice when I named off those names, there's no true center that's like a bona fide center. They're playing Sabonis at the center, who's really a power forward playing out of his position, which ultimately is what got them eliminated out the first round by the Golden State Warriors in Game 7, because they were able to expose their weakness. De'Aaron and Malik Monk, arguably one of the most dangerous backcourts in the league right now based on their chemistry from Kentucky. Kevin Huerter is one of the best shooters in the league. If you don't know, now you know. Atlanta was extremely foolish to get rid of him. They didn't want to pay him. So you got a lot of young slashers in Chris Duarte. You got a small forward in Kessler Edwards, who's definitely making noise. And he's still got time to grow. He's only 22 years old. He's young, full of energy. So this is a high energy, high adrenaline team with a defensive-minded head coach in Mike Brown, who's going to elevate the defensive side of the ball just off his years of experience, whether it be through LeBron in Cleveland, obviously being a part of the Golden State Warriors. Harrison Barnes, a former Golden State Warrior himself, he knows how the game goes, what it takes to win championships. Unfortunately, he came up short in his NBA Finals appearance with the Warriors, which led to him getting traded. I believe he went to Dallas, and then Dallas, he got traded from Dallas to Sacramento. This team showed the league, okay, we're coming. So now you go from being the hunter to being the hunted. There are going to be teams gunning to knock this team off its square all next season. So, can they adapt and adjust to the spotlights getting brighter? Because now you put the league on notice. I expect them to have a similar season to last year with this roster. But I also expect them to make a mid-season acquisition at the center position because Domantas Sabonis needs to be put back in his proper place at the 4 as a power forward. He is not a center because he cannot defend the greatest centers in the league right now. Put Joel Embiid up against Domantas Sabonis as barbecue chicken, as Shaq would say. You put, when it comes to centers and around the league, if you put Domantas Sabonis up against Anthony Davis at the Lakers, it's Anthony Davis can have a field day with Domantas Sabonis because defensively he doesn't have the tangible tools to bang down on the post with the best of the centers in the league. We could go down the whole list of centers, and I could tell you, if you can't go up against the Nikola Jokic of the league, who's the league MVP 2 times, Finals MVP this past postseason. Of course, the current MVP, regular season MVP, and Joel Embiid. Putting Domantas Sabonis up against his former teammate Miles Turner. I mean, Miles Turner can have a field day with Sabonis, not only because he knows his game, but because he's just not a center. He doesn't play that position. He's playing out of his position. I believe his father, Arvydas Sabonis, was a center, but Domantas Sabonis is a 4 stretching as a 5. But you put him back at the 4 where all he has to do is score, he's dangerous. He can score with the best of them. He can score better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. As much as I love Giannis, we all know Sabonis is a way better scorer than Giannis when it comes to scoring, shooting ability. Giannis obviously has the drive to the paint, dunks, everything up against the rim and 15 feet and under. That is Giannis' domain. We know this. It's been proven. But when you put Domantas back at the 4, now he's going up against, obviously, the Giannis Antetokounmpos, the Pascal Siakams, the Christian Woods of the league, and so on and so forth. He can dominate at the 4. So Sacramento has to get a center sooner rather than later. Whether it's free agency, you can bring in DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard once he gets his, drama situation handled off the court. He's got a lot of off-court stuff going on right now, lawsuits and what have you. I would like them to be wise enough to go into free agency and get you a center or make a trade offer for somebody in the league. Even if they brought in a Yusuf Nurkic out of Portland, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. A Clint Capella, a Bismack Biyombo, just to name some centers out there. I mean, let me see real quick. I'm going to pull up some free agency centers. See who else is out there. You got Serge Ibaka, if he's still able to play. Hassan Whiteside, Dwayne Dedmon, DeMarcus Cousins. Jordan, I believe, re-signed with the Denver Nuggets. If you can make an offer for Nikola Vucevic, that'd be a good deal. Preparing him up with Nerlens Noel. If you re-sign him and actually play him as a center, if he's still willing to give forth the effort that he once was known for and why he was offered the big contracts at one point in his career. Overall, the Sacramento Kings have the talent to make it back to the playoffs again and possibly get out the first round with this current roster that they're bringing back. But until they get a center, they are not a threat for the Western Conference Finals or the NBA Finals this particular season coming up. This has been ISO mode for the Sacramento Kings. You can follow me and Slatter on social media platforms. Make sure you follow GTA Sports Network and GTA Heat Check as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to GTA Sports on YouTube. And don't forget GTASports.com for all things in the world of sports. This is Slatter, and until next time,